Hi there, me again. So, a while back, Veloy or the Kamerastore, I guess they're kind of one and the same, asked me if I wanted to test out SantaColor 100. So, when I said yes, they sent me a 5-pack to try out, and I took a couple rolls out into a cold new year and tried a new film. I started this roll on New Year's Day. I loaded up my Canon P as usual, but this time I had a new 35mm Voigtlander lens attached. My first shot was this great photo of Christina, followed by this sign, which is all that's left of the old Jayhawk Motel. I also recently got a new desk chair, and one of my cats decided that I got it for him, so I guess I'll be on the lookout for a second chair that I can actually use. I've been waiting to take this picture of this bush for a while, and this foggy morning was the perfect moment. Not long after that photo, Mother Nature decided to plunge us into sub-zero temperatures, so I figured I'd push the mechanics of my 1960s camera to their limit and take photos in the snow. I found this downed tree in the middle of a creek and took a couple pictures. I think SantaColor rendered the snow really, really well here. I took a couple pictures on the Canon P with the new Voigtlander lens. I took kind of a more wide open one. I think I did it at 2.8, and then I did one at f8, so hopefully you can see these berries in the foreground a little bit better. But I figured I've got my camera out here, my digital camera also, so let's take a really long exposure with the ND filter. So set my lens to f18 and did like a 6-second exposure, and I think all of the movement in the water really smoothed out, which I think looks really, really cool. So very good for this spot. Got 3 photos, and hopefully I like at least one of them when I get back home. So let's move on. After wandering around the woods for a while, I decided to switch to my 50mm lens and take some photos of a few old cars that have been on my list for a while, starting with this Thunderbird. Later on, I found this old Datsun hiding behind a house and thought, what the hell, why don't I focus on old cars sitting in the snow? This might be my favorite photo of the roll. The truck, the barn, and those 2 piles of logs all covered in snow tell such a cozy winter story. Okay, this one wasn't a car, but it is car related. This was that sticky sort of snow that just covered everything. This next one isn't a car either, but we love to see car parts become yard art. Taking a break from the automotive photos, I found this giant pile of wood. This first photo is pretty bad. The second one is kind of interesting. The pile of wood almost looks like a fort poking out from behind all that snow. I cropped this one to 6x7 because of a light leak. Maybe it is a little too cold for my camera, but I'll be damned if I let that stop me. Okay, this might actually be my favorite photo of the roll. I'd say this is a pretty accurate depiction of what you might run into in the back roads of Kansas. I love the texture you get from the remnants of the crops poking through the snow. The barbed wire fence fills up the foreground nicely too. Hey there! So, we are out here today on day 2, trying to finish up this roll. I think I've got like maybe 7 or 8 shots left. But there's one shot I've been wanting to get for a while, and that is this, I think it's a Mark III Supra, kind of halfway under a tarp. Really common film trope. So, yeah, nothing too special, but I think it should look cool with a little bit of snow on it. So, let's go get that. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, on New Year's Day, we stopped by this abandoned Cocoa Key. Not a great photo, but I'm glad I documented it. Now I'll stick with the water park theme and show you this photo I took. Also not great, but at least those photos will have a coherent look. I finished up the roll at this snow-covered apartment complex, but I forgot to set my shutter to bulb, so I got this. Earlier I said faulty gear wouldn't stop me, but my own stupidity definitely will. So what is SantaColor 100? Well, it's actually an aerial surveillance film made by Kodak called Kodak Aerocolor IV, and it's a film that's used a lot for things like city planning, forestry, things like that. And it's actually a film that Kodak doesn't sell to the public in individual rolls. They do sell it though in big rolls to other companies so that they can repackage it and pass it on to consumers. So that's how you get films like SantaColor 100, Luminar 100, and films like that. So SantaColor 100 is a 100 speed color negative film, and it seems to be pretty in line with the other Kodak stocks. It's pretty warm overall, but one interesting thing is it seems to have an increased red sensitivity. So I definitely saw that when I was testing this film out. I got some really punchy reds, and that's a really cool look that you could definitely lean into if that's something you wanted to do. So what do I think of SantaColor/Aerocolor? Well, I really like it. I think it's a really unique stock, and it's always nice to have a slower color negative option so that you can shoot a little bit more wide open during the day. And I'm somebody who really likes to go out to beaches and deserts and really bright, hot climates, and I think having a film that's warm overall with some punchy reds might be a way to enhance the look of photos that I already take. So if you want to try out SantaColor for yourself, Kamerastore sells individual rolls, and they also sell 100-foot rolls for you bulk rollers out there. And if you want to save yourself some money, you can use the code that they gave me, Pembroke Santa, at checkout. So I just want to give a big shout out to Kamerastore because without them, I probably wouldn't have made this video, or it would have at least taken me a lot longer to make it without them. And they did not pay me to say anything specific about Kamerastore or about SantaColor 100. They just sent me the rolls to test out, and that's what I did. They also sent me a 5-pack of SantaColor to give out to you guys, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet, but definitely stay tuned and keep an eye out in the near future because that's something that I'll definitely be looking to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.